Welcome to the channel. Today is August 16th, 2024. And today we're going to talk about something that we really don't like to get into, and that's politics. We're really not going to talk politics. We're going to talk about economics of politics. We know Vice President Harris today came out with her new economic plan, and we just want to talk about some of the points in this economic plan and how we believe they may affect America. Because as you know, we are Adam Smith type free capitalism. And some of these new policies are very, very concerning to me and how they may affect the economy of the United States of America. Vice President Harris called for a substantial expansion of the child tax credit. I don't have a problem with that. Set a goal of building 3 million new housing units. I have a problem with that, which we'll get into. And pledged to penalize companies for engaging in price gouging while warning that the former president's Donald Trump trade policies would raise prices. First, we're going to cover the most important one we think first. Well, actually, all of them are important, but we're going to talk about the housing one first. This article really didn't go into too much detail, but I did watch her speech, and because I was very interested in it, because I heard some of the things that might come out of it. First, let's talk about the housing. I agree that prices are out of reach, especially for young people. The government is entering the market to help builders build 3 million new homes and rentals. And they're going to make sure these new homes are for the middle class. And they're also going to go after big companies that buy up a lot of homes. And she said they collude with other companies and use algorithms to keep a price of rent up. There might be some truth to that. There is a lot of big companies out there buying up property and they're renting them out. So there may be some proof of that, but it's illegal to collude in America. So she really wouldn't have to do much to go after that. Just go after some of the wrongdoers on that. But building 3 million new homes and rentals for the middle class. I already believe housing prices are going to fall. A lot of people ain't buying homes right now because people aren't listing their homes. And as people start listing their homes more and more, we're going to see housing prices fall. And we really should let the market dictate the price of houses. So if the government comes in and build 3 million new homes affordable for the middle class, that's basically mean they're going to be setting the price for homes. You can't do that in America. That's socialism in the housing market. So if you build brand new houses in communities, and you obviously if someone in the middle class want to buy a home, they're going to want it to be in a nice place. So either they're going to buy new land and build these homes somewhere by themselves, or they're going to put these homes, probably in decent communities that already has homes that already have a set price. So let's say you build a new home in a community that's $300,000. The government comes in with these builders and say, hey, you got to build these homes, but we're going to sell these homes at affordable prices for $150,000. So those homes that's selling for $300,000 now got competition for homes that's selling at $150,000. So if you paid $275,000 for your home, you're probably going to be underwater. This is a bad move. Bad move. The government should not be entering in house. I understand, back in the day we got Section 8 and we have housing projects and things like that to help the poor, have somewhere to live. I'm fine with that. People need help sometime. But to say you're going to build middle class homes in affordable areas, that's affordable homes, that's you're setting the price of the house. And then if you buy it for $150,000, then what's going to stop you from immediately turning around and selling? I don't know. I'm sure they're going to have some type of rules on it. But this is shady. This is really bad territory for the government to be moving into. And then on top of that, they said she's going to give every new homeowner a $25,000 check for a down payment on the home. So do you give it to everybody? How do you separate who gets the $25,000 or not? This is territory. This is free market territory that the government is entering, and I really believe they can mess up the housing market. We do need new homes. We do new homes. We can encourage builders to build new homes by giving them tax incentives and things like that, but you can't dictate the price of a new home. You can't do that. You cannot do that. And not especially you dictating the area that they're going to live in. I mean, that you're going to place the homes and stuff like that. That's a bad move for the government. Horrible move. Horrible move. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But if it comes through, we'll see what happens. Like I said, this ain't a political channel. We don't talk politics. We ain't going to talk about who to vote for, who not to vote for. We just talk about the economics of her plan. This is a bad plan. They should have really talked to her before she released this. Then the second one is important, but not as big, and I'm going to leave the food for last. She's saying medical debt, where they're moving to approve medical debt not counted against your credit score. I don't know about that. That kind of worries me. I do understand when there's people that go out and they get a really bad cancer, need a heart surgery, something like that, don't have medical insurance. They have to do the surgery anyway, and they can't, and they can't afford to pay the bills. I don't know how to feel about that. I got to do a lot more thinking. That might be reasonable, might not be reasonable. I don't know. But she said they're going to move the council medical debt from people. That's really, really concerning. That's really, really concerning. And I got to believe they didn't think that through. Because if you go in and you have a major heart surgery and you can't afford to pay for it, you're probably just not going to pay for it. You're probably just not going to pay for it. And if you get the heart surgery, you're probably not going to pay for it. But there's already a lot of people that go into emergency rooms and stuff like that that can't afford to pay for it. Only thing that's going to happen, I believe, in economics, is the hospital's going to have to try to make up that money somehow. And they're probably going to charge people with insurance and medical insurance companies more money to make up for it. I don't like that. So if you can afford to pay your debt, or you got you got a lot, but you making monthly installments and you paying it down, the hospital working with you to get the debt paid off. So the government just going to come in and wipe away the medical debt. So now we got the government controlling the medical system. I don't know about that. I don't agree with it. I do not agree with that, because the money got to come from somewhere. The hospital got to be open. They got bills to pay too. How they going to pay them? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. The last one, and a good one, is supply chain. And she's right, the supply chain during COVID was broken. Prices rose, like I said, bread is up 50%, beef is up 50%. I don't know that for sure, but that's what she said. And she's probably right. I've been in the grocery store. I know how much food costs. It ain't cheap. It's real expensive. But now that the supply chains are back fixed, they're saying the prices didn't come down. So she said she's going to do two things to try to fix this. And she's correct when she says that competition is the lifeblood of our economic system, and that's how you bring down prices. But I kind of question how she's going to go about it. She says she's going to ban price gouging, which she should, especially if you're colluding with other producers of meat and bread and stuff like that. That's illegal already. You ain't got to do much. All you got to do is go out and find them and charge them. That's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. But what she said she's going to do that I kind of disagree with is she says she's going to punish large businesses that's breaking the rules. I guess if you can prove that they're price gouging, I guess they are breaking the rules. And there should be something done about that. And then she says she's going to support small businesses that's following the rules. So I guess the federal government is going to be the ones that dictate the rules, who's doing right, who's doing wrong. The only problem with that, and most of y'all out there probably already know this, the large food producers normally have the lowest prices because they produce the most amount of meat or the most amount of bread, whatever it is they producing, and they bring down their prices. Walmart do a good job. You can best believe Walmart go over to them and say, hey, we about this much meat from you, but we're going to buy it at this price. And if you're a large meat producer, you got to deal with Walmart. You got to. And then small businesses that's producing meat is always at a disadvantage because they producing less meat. They got less cows, let's just say if they producing cows or pork, whatever it is they producing, they got less of it. Sometimes they go the better route. They have better quality meat. So they're able to offer a higher price. So I don't know if she should do that. I think what she should do, if these large businesses are out there and they're price gouging, the market will find out. There'd be somebody that'll come in and say, hey, they over there charging all this money for these prices, for this meat, what they sell. I think we can do it cheaper than them. That's the American way. That's how American capitalism works. Like I said, this ain't a political statement. I don't believe in talking about politics on my channel. But this is a big economic move that's going to affect the housing market, going to affect the medical market, and going to affect the food market. And I don't believe the government, of course, they should be regulating and dictating what they're doing, making sure our food is safe, making sure the hospitals are safe, making sure that the housing people are out there building the best house. There's several housing companies. Let's see who build the best house. These prices are going to come down anyway. These prices are going to come down anyway. As people get ready to start selling their houses and notice that people can't buy them for the prices that they are. I mean, based on this, she might even help keep the prices up higher. And now we giving $25,000 to people to buy a home? That's what the federal government doing now? It's not good to me out there. If you have an opinion on this, please comment. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. Maybe you can change my mind. I doubt it. I read the Wealth of Nations. I love Adam Smith. I follow Adam Smith. I like his writing. I believe in the invisible hand. And when the government enters the market, they don't normally make it better. They normally make it worse. Again, if you like this comment, please subscribe, please like, please forward. Again, if you have a comment on this, please leave a comment because I would love to hear what you got to say. Good luck investing out there.